So one day, I didn't really have no play this day, and I decided to choke the chicken, right? Now, this was when I was in college, and my roommate had left out, and I decided to go crazy, right? And he decided to go out and go out to the occasions and have a good time and have some drinks and things of that nature. I let him do him. I was finna do me, right? He comes back in the room and it's a shadow of me just going crazy on my chicken, G. Yup. Batman got this information out of me. And he played it off. I played it off. We went about our life and we never really said nothing. But it was just this awkward moment of he came in while I was going crazy on the sites, G. Crazy, right? It's what's thrown at us as the people, though. It's to make you fall victim to your urges, your lust, right? And it's all to take you away from the real natural interaction you're supposed to have with a woman. So it is a crisis going on with men not being able to get it up, or just all these things are getting pushed for you to build up that type of health in your life because men are spending it all into the sites. See, I didn't have that problem, but it brought on extra in my life of me getting caught by my roommate choking the chicken. Now, I'm not an awkward person to where I made it awkward. Yes, Batman got this information out of me, G, but I'm deep within. And this has led me to my journey that I am on today, to where it only embraced my spirit more by saying, bro, hey, I really don't be wanting to do that for real. Let me just get a woman by my side for real. It ain't really hard, G. You gotta know how to communicate. You gotta make the approach. You gotta get over this thing of being your own enemy. How many of y'all are going through something that y'all don't really want to go through because y'all watch that every night? So how many of y'all are not where y'all want to be in y'all life? Y'all just have to start taking ownership of the things y'all need to take ownership of. Maybe it's over them bad habits. It's the only answer, and I put maybe to get you thinking, but it has to be done. Because I realized this, and I realized if I wanted anything different, then I had to take the approach of getting different. So I allowed Batman to get this information out of me, to give you the tool bag you need to thrive in this world. Because I'm gonna tell you what, G, I push out this message to y'all, and I take the backlash for it. I get called crazy. I get called, hey bro, why are you trying to put men onto their truths and their identity? I get heated for it. I get passionate for it. Because I just won't allow you guys to be weak. I won't allow you to be your biggest enemy, G. So I just got done doing 1,000 push-ups back to back. Listen. Now, I broke them down into certain sets, but it was all back to back throughout the process, G. Like, I'm just busting out push-ups because I'm trying to tell y'all something and put y'all on to game about y'all identity and getting on point with y'all identity faster by locking in with semen retention, G. Look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, bro. So, I was chilling with this chick, vibing out with her, made up my water, and I'm not gonna lie, we was having a good time. Really vibing, if you know what I mean. In and out. And as soon as I took her on a date, soon as I started to show a little bit more interest, she lost interest. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. Women love when you put your purpose first. Now, it's not that I put my purpose second, because I just can't do that. Like, I'm so locked in what I got going on. That's why I'm doing certain practices of semen retention and telling you about it. And having fun with experimenting with the opposite of it, G. Just showing y'all perspectives so y'all can learn what y'all can thrive and benefit from in this world and actually get the results you want to get in your life, okay? But keep in mind, she lost interest once I started to show interest in her too much. Listen, you must view yourself as very valuable. I let her walk away. Yet, that makes her think about me more, because I just don't care. So like, even with not showing interest, like, bro, if I want to do something nice for somebody, I'm gonna do it, because my spirit is so loud that certain things just gotta get done in my present, and certain things is right in my book. So I'm gonna make sure I do it, because I'm a man and stand on what I believe is right. So I'm going to just do certain things. But in this day and age, it is a backwards game, okay? Like, women like to have you be this mysterious guy that they just can't figure out. Once they figure you completely out, most modern women will lose some type of interest from you, and always have that guy that gives them that new good feeling, or that feeling that they could just count on consistently. And with this being said, bro, you gotta lock into your purpose and how can you expand yourself in 2025, or just the near future. If you're watching this years down the line, you gotta view, how can I change my situation every day, bro? I'm putting myself in situations to where I have to go. Okay, I've been working 70 plus weeks for like 3 years now, but nowadays it's really counting more to get more results in for myself. Now look, it's gonna be days that you have slow, but you gotta stack over time, You gotta be able to stack and make sacrifice of certain investments to see some type of return. You gotta be able to make some type of money in your sleep, and it gives you some type of confidence to where you can thrive in the world a little bit better. In your dating game, in your dating relationship life, you gotta just live life, okay? You gotta just be able to just talk to women and approach women and be confident about it. And I always tell you, semen retention is the step closer to that. But yet, if you don't believe in semen retention, and you always want to make that excuse because you fall victim to your urges and things in that nature, well, I'll tell you this: if you can keep the confidence on you to keep your bag rolling, to keep your wheels rolling in life, then, you know, salute to you, man. But that semen retention is the step closer to that, man. It is AI coming out, man. This is, bro, this is the truth they don't want you to know, man. It is AI coming out with them replacing your jobs. The job market is starting to be trash, man. A lot of people are walking around and just living life through the lens of just trying to get through the day. And what do I mean by that? Like, you see people going out recklessly and not having no money in their account, and they just live for the thrill of the moment, and not no sense of security of the moment, okay? And what do I mean? Not that you should be some boring loser that just doesn't enjoy the moment, or doesn't enjoy his life, or doesn't enjoy her life. You should enjoy your life, but it should be some type of security of your life, that you've done the work and you've done the things you need to do to secure that you are okay in the future. Because I tell you what, we are in a financial crisis, and if you don't have your finances right, you are doomed. And with AI and with things coming out to get your attention, like the sites, like things like they say you should have in your life, so you spend money on these things like cars, clothes, accessories, etc. It is all slowing up your life. That car loan that you took off 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, 6, 7 years, maybe a decade or two off your life. And these certain decisions you come down to having to make, it really just come down to, hey bro, I just gotta make one decision that's gonna have my best back going forward, man, and that's actually gonna be righteous for me to actually get through the doors I need to get through, man. This is the video on the other side of your aspirations and your visions. It's actually possible, and it's actually gonna get completed. But you gotta get down these 3 things: your financial habits, your lust, and your self-discipline. These things will take you very far in your life, man. I wasn't the brightest cookie in my life, but I'm actually one of the youngest in my family to get off on his feet and get going in his life, and not care what others think, man. So, and if you want to have this type of life to where you actually doing the things you want to do, like I started getting tattoos, I started making money, I started, doing my business ideas. I always said I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I became a YouTuber, and I'm inspiring thousands to millions who have seen my channel, all because I have stayed focused on my childlike self and my innocent self, and my self-conscious. That was the identity I've came into as a kid, and I said I wanted in my life, and I'm just living that form out, man. And I'm allowing myself to evolve and protect myself and give myself security of, hey bro, it's okay to not know certain things in my life, man. I don't need to know every single thing to know, hey bro, that it's gonna be okay. There's certain things you're not gonna know presently in your life, in the current moment, in the present. But if you work through it, if you keep pushing in the gym, if you keep stacking up the funds and thinking on it, and just going through the experiences of different people in your life, the relationships in your life, you'll come to understand that bro, everything is not an answer in the moment. It's an answer to be continued that will be answered in another moment. And with that being said, when you crash out on an answer that you don't know, and you start to do irrational things and start to do stupid things, like you trying to figure out if this ex is really for you, or this person that you think like you but showing mixed signs, and you just doing irrational stuff like acting crazy, going to their crib when you know you ain't supposed to be there, or you just trying to re-enter their life. You always just putting a pause on your life, man. I remember somebody was around me and I had to tell them, like, yo, you always focus on somebody else. When are you going to focus on yourself? And I like to give these people this reminder, because I'm here to wake the conscience up, because I had to wake my conscience up when I was depressed and sad, and I was just in my mama's basement, G, and I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. And I just went to college to buy myself time, and I journaled every single day to figure out how can I survive in this world and actually thrive in this world with the conscience I have and with the skill set I have. And I realized I can get people in shape. I can motivate people. I can really tell somebody like, yo bro, like, it's a reason to be alive, because this is a time I thought about not being alive myself, G, and I just didn't have no dreams and aspirations, because I lost track of that childlike self, that innocent like self. And some things that take you away from that is that lust, my guy. That lust will sometimes take you down the road of forgetting who you are, G. Sometimes that subconscious of wanting to fit this society identity and this society identity crisis that they say you should be, and it should be your identity, trying to fit into that square in that box will ruin you of who you are in your room of life and your aspect of life. Is you putting yourself in this box that society label you should be. Man, so many people who look just like me, black and stuff like that, African American descent, and all the different cultures that we are mixed with, because we are not just black, but all these things that we are mixed with, they try to say you should be this particular image, the crash out, the YN, or the guy just doing stupid things, or the guy who just lays it down all the time. Dog, you are the image, you are the movie. You create what you want to create out of this movie. You don't have to just label yourself to that, and you wonder why you can't expand your bank account. You're not thinking, you're not expanding yourself. Yes, it's okay to relapse. You don't have to be perfect on semen retention. I always just say, use the things I'm telling you for the tool bag, the adding in your tool bag. So when you talking to the chick, you can show interest levels without having to invest all your marbles into her, so you don't lose your marbles. Okay, so like you love women when you're around. You give women a good time, but you don't be no trick. You don't be no dummy. If you choose to spend your money, you chose to spend your money. It's not on a chick who ain't doing nothing for you. Where a guy who said this stood out to me. A chick ain't doing nothing for you. You can't take a loss. 0 times whatever number you put it against is 0. He was factual on that. Shout out to that guy, man. But I say this to say, man, you have to seriously lock in. 2025, we're coming to an end of just like, bro, like, it's really, you find yourself or you never do, man. And I'm telling you, you right there. You can do it. You can drop the bad habits that are holding you back. You can realize your worth and actually start to gain some worth, some say in your life. But you got to listen to what you say in your life. How many times do you do what the school say, the job say, but you don't never do what you say? You say you gonna get in shape, but you never get in shape. You never stay consistent, G. That's why I started off this video doing 1,000 push-ups, G, because I'm feeling it. Okay, I'm feeling it, but I don't need to be the loudest in the room. Somebody wise said this. A smart person, let's start off with a smart person. A smart person is somebody who's smart but can't play dumb. I was once a smart person, but a genius is somebody who is smart and can play dumb. I am now a genius. I remember I said, bro, I just can't play stupid, G. And a lot of times I couldn't play stupid. But now I can, G. Not everything I peep has to be said that I peeped it. Not everything I realized have to be said. Not everything I'm thinking has to be said. Sometimes I could be quiet and act like I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Just like you got to go into that job and do that job and do the job that you really don't want to do, but you grind it out to get to where you want to be in your life. Listen, allow these words to actually change your life, because I remember going through the times in my basement just getting high, wondering how can I change my life. But really, I turned it all into the focus of my purpose and my drive of how can I change my life, and my life is really changing. So I say, bro, your life can change, but you got to ask yourself one thing: what do I have to change? And once you realize the thing you have to change, you have to take action. Now, this is another segment of the video: action in your life. Listen, if you don't get to the action you need to do, bro, all this thought process, everything I said in the video is irrelevant, bro. You could conquer all these things, but if you're not doing any action in your life, then you will be having these thoughts in this cycle of putting yourself a pressure of success for no reason. You're just a square, just I have the mindset, but I don't do no action. You have to do action. Real men do action. Real people who have real desires, real women leads with action. When a good mother feels her children are at the sake of danger, she does anything for them children because her mother instincts just kick in. How many of y'all had single mothers who just stood up for y'all, man? No father around, G. And real men do what he needs to do during the day to make sure he and his family is good, okay? And he takes care of responsibility. He take care of the load that other people, other people in his family can't really carry. So he takes on that barrier. So he has to keep in his emotions at certain times. But it all leads with action, or he would break, or the woman would break during their process of growth. And I had to realize that during my stages of growth. Like, if you don't take on the action, you will break, because you will always be in this sense of trying to catch a break, but you can't catch a break because you always realizing you not doing no action in your life, bro. So allow these words to register in your head. Always do actions, G. Look at my subscriber count. I started off with 0. If I did not post that first video that only got like 10 views when I posted it, or maybe even few, maybe just one, shout out to that one. You know what I mean? Like, comment, and subscribe if you still watching, allowing these words to resonate with yourself and grow to the life you really is destined to live, because you are a king and you are a queen. Whoever is watching this and taking this in, but you got to start enjoying your life more. Think about the time you really enjoyed in your life, and what stage of your life that was in, and how can you get back to them feelings, but creating new feelings and new moments, because life is all of a picture base of memories. And what did you do to have some sense of confidence in yourself? What is keeping you going? What is keeping you smiling? And I'll tell you what, once you realize these compact actions, because we're leading with action, we're doing action, it's time for change. This video represents change. Once you do these actions of these different segments of the video, you will see a change in your life, and you'll see a change in how people react to you and respond to you in your life. People will naturally come to you, and you'll have this sense of glow that people just want to talk to you. People can trust you. People sense your purity because you are doing the deep down steps to change your life, and it's coming up. See, and the realization you really got to have is, some people don't even get all these things down, but they lead with action, and so they get real life results in their life. So that's why I say that step was the most important, because if you're doing action, bro, something has to become behind that action. So with that being said, the action of your life and how it plays out once you finally realize that life been said action to your life soon as you was born, then you will realize it's all on you. Like, the childhood you had, yes, I know some was very, very tough. Some was very, very unseen. Some really didn't get showed love. Some never really got flowers. Some never got presents. Some never developed a relationship with other people. Some never developed a relationship with themselves. Listen, this video is for all aspects of people. But one thing you gotta understand is, you have to realize you have to build a relationship with yourself. And it's a connection to the whole outside world. Okay, it's a connection to the whole outside world. And the things you do in private shows up in public. No matter how much you try to hide it, it always shows up in public, G. So make sure you're doing things that you can say you're proud of when you're by yourself, rather than just when you're just in public. All things in the dark come to light eventually, whether or not it's some type of energy, magnetic, attracted to you, or whatever. You're watching this video for a reason, because the future holds something bright for you. Like, you seriously are the one that could change this whole thing. But you really got to do the deep work and the deep realization and the deep responsibility that comes with this torch of being the one, being the king, being the one to actually give yourself a good sense of living, that you're just happy with your quality of life. You're happy with your life. But it's going to stem from confidence, action, and wisdom, and experience, and thriving on creating good feeling and good responses out of the things that are thrown in your face. Okay, smiling more, sometimes not smiling, sitting back, being quiet more. A lot of times, successful women, if you're a man trying to build your relationships with women, be more quiet and peep they action more. People, how they body language respond to yours when you do something. You get what I'm saying? Not everything got to be said. Your whole story, don't tell your whole story to her. Have her figure it out in different chapters. Because once you give her everything, she has nothing to figure out. Women love things to figure out. Okay? Keep that in mind. But first, you must figure out yourself to even put her through the proper roller coaster she needs to go through. But you're going through this roller coaster in life to where this has to be aligned and it has to be a smooth drive. Because you don't want your plane to go up and then come all the way down to where you're crashing down on the ground. And that's why you feel this sense of seasonal depression every year or every other year, or you just getting down on yourself. Have it be a smooth ride. Enjoy that time in your life. This is an experience. Stop taking everything so personally. Certain things that are happening in your life are bigger than you. It's a bigger reason why than you. No matter if you believe in religion or whatever, it's a bigger reason than you. If you're tapped in with yourself and your ancestors or any type of religion, you'll have this realization at some point in your life. If you're asleep, you will always remain asleep and you'll get no results in your life. And you'll think approaching a woman is some type of creepy thing to do when you're designed to approach women and attract women and conversate with women and like the opposite gender. Okay, so with that being said, you got to tap into really being what you're here to do. And you do that by just taking certain practices, actually thinking, observing yourself, and actually getting to the results of the things you actually desire to do. My gosh, what can I tell you, bro? From crashing my car, bro, not having a place to stay, bro, then elevating all this way up to where I kept the mental toughness I needed to get myself a whip, to get myself a place to where I'm actually ready to elevate from here. Like, I'm elevating every day. I'm taking the steps. Whether or not I just need to stack this amount, I'm going for it all, bro. I see that chick, I'm just gonna approach her. I'm gonna put the homies on my channel. How can they improve their life as men? But I'm taking the steps as me as a man to improve. And it took times of going on certain practices, like, man, shifting my thought process. Shift your thought process, bro. The last segment of this video. The regular way you think, scratch that. Create a whole new thinking system to where you are your biggest asset. These people you see who are successful and have these things, my cabinet, by the way, my crib, by the way, you know what I mean, who's very successful. I'm talking about billionaires, though. Billionaires. These people got successful by being their biggest asset, okay? Whether or not they have somebody that they can count on, or just in general, it all started from themselves being their biggest asset and being able to communicate with other people to be an asset for them. okay? And it's be some type of mutual exchange of value. And value is another big one with you being your biggest asset. You become valuable. What is value? Value is something that could be exchanged for profit, better lifestyle. You don't have to live poor no more, but you got to start to change your mindset, your thinking process, your thought process of not being poor no more. So you can't live poor. You must walk different. You must carry yourself different, okay? And this could come from any race. You could choose to do whatever your life. If you have the right mindset, you cannot be limited in this world. This is the shift. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You saw this video for a reason. And become the king that you are. Just bring it out. Become the queen that you are and just continue to bring it out. You guys are kings and queens. Y'all know how we give it up on this channel, man. Wake up today and stay woke, and don't ever go back to the old version of yourself that was your biggest enemy. You are your biggest asset. You are aligned for greatness. You are aligned for success. You are aligned for change and a different thought process of going backwards. You are in the thought process of going forward in this year 2025 or whatever year you're watching this, and it's no setback that's going to hold you back. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is your year and this is yours. Make sure you drop a comment, man.